All right, it's time for DAZN Sazon. That's right, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and we have an undefeated Hispanic fighter, Arnold Barbosa, here joining us now. Listen, first off, do you speak Spanish? Because a lot of Hispanics that are raised in this country that claim that flag wherever country they're from and don't speak Spanish. Do you speak fluent Spanish?
No, yeah, I speak Spanish. I speak it fluent enough to be able to get away with it, right? You know what I'm saying? Not the best in the world, but it's not bad at all.
And you understand if somebody's speaking to you?
Oh yeah, of course, 100%, yeah.
All right, listen, what does it mean to you though to be a Hispanic fighter, a sport that, I mean, I can't think of a Hispanic country that hasn't had a world champion, you know what I mean, or somebody to that level. What does it mean to be a Hispanic boxer to you?
Man, you know what? It's a lot of pride. You know, you take a lot of pride in it. You know, and then you wonder why, you know, like where, you know, sometimes a lot of people like, man, like Mexicans are known we're just known in there just to go in there and just start brawling. You know, we have big heart. You know when a fighter really is about it, because that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? We have a big heart. I take a lot of pride in it, man. I'm very prideful on that. You know, I like to represent my father. I like to represent the little rancho he's from, Tequesquite, right there in Jalisco. You know, and man, I'm just very proud.
You know, you mentioned Jalisco, and I believe that's where Canelo's from. And is it safe to say that Canelo, because he's shown, not that he's the only one, but as of late, he's shown that there's more to Mexican-style boxing. He can fight defensively. He can move his head. He can use footwork and all of that. Has he helped that, I guess, that narrative of hey, Mexican boxers can box too, not just brawl?
No, yeah, you know, he's a big reason why, man. You know, because the past, like, I think it was like the 2 fights, I was brawling, man. I just started getting into brawling. I fell in love with it, you know, with the Salcedo fight and then the Moran fight. And then I went back to boxing, man, you know, because that's what brought me here. Right. And I feel like, you know, that Canelo really has a big influence on me, you know, because I think he's the greatest of all time, man. He's going for legacy, right? And I'm very, very, you know, happy and proud to say, man, that, you know, I can box, I can brawl, you know, and the style, yeah, he did change it up a little bit, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Now, what his outside of Canelo, growing up as a fighter, what are some of the Hispanic fighters that inspired you, that you enjoyed to watch?
Man, of course, Chavez. You know, everyone's got Chavez.
I'm glad you brought that up, right? So let's dig into this a little bit, because I'm on record on TV saying that I feel like Canelo is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, and he's actually going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. But I get backlash from those folks that lived in that era, right? That Julio Cesar Chavez is the greatest ever. It's a sense of pride they have. Right now,
don't put me on that spot, man.
I'm putting you on this spot right now, because this show is about being real and being honest. You know what I'm saying? And you seem like a real individual.
Yeah.
So put it out there. Is Canelo Alvarez overall the best Mexican fighter ever? You know, even better than Chavez Sr.?
You know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you 100%, and this is what I feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Canelo is, you know, because, you know, he man, look at his resume, right? You look at his resume. You know, yeah, Chavez had a lot of fights, you know, but if you look at his resume compared to Canelo's, man, I think it's just, you know, it's different. And then too, you know, and then, you know, Canelo's in like I'm living watching him, you know what I mean? Right. I'm old enough to understand it, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another big thing. You know, it's like Jordan and Kobe for me. It's the same thing, right? You know, like I grew up, I mean, everyone says Jordan, but then I grew up with Kobe, you know, so I think Kobe, you know what I mean? So so it's my opinion, you know what I mean? I watch
eras, man. You living in the Canelo era, so that's gonna have a little bit more influence on you. All right, look, when it's all said and done in the sport, you know, how do you want to be remembered to your people in Mexico, in Cali, as a fighter? If they had to write something about you that people will remember you for, how would you want to be remembered?
Man, I want to be remembered for a guy that grinded from the mud, man. You know, I was just, man, nothing was given to me, everything was earned. You know, and you know, whether I become world champion, which I know I am, or I don't care, man, because I honestly, I'm fighting, you know, for my last name. I'm representing Junior. You know what I mean? I have no nickname. I represent Junior. I love it. You know, so I want to be, you know, remembered as you know, I want to be looked up to, you know, from a lot of kids, man, that, you know what, everything is possible, you know, with hard work, man, because I put in a lot of work in the gym, you know, countless hours, and I'm telling you, I'm like 3.5 hour sessions a day, you know, so I just want to be remembered for a warrior, you know, someone that can box and brawl, someone that, you know, that wasn't given you know, opportunities, then had to work for it. You know what I mean? So I just want to be remembered for that.
Well, you know, Hispanics, all Hispanics, not only Mexicans, should be proud to have you as a fighter representing the Hispanic community. So thanks for the time, champ.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.